Welcome to another edition of Tremendous Job Interview Questions, Strong Advice for Hiring Managers. I'm Jim Roddy, President of Jameson Publishing and author of the book, Hire Like You Just Beat Cancer. Today's Tremendous Job Interview question is, what other types of companies and positions have you looked at or applied to? I've made some notes on the whiteboard behind me that I'd like to share with you. The first point is you want to ask this question early in your interview process and find out if the candidate's answer aligns with the job that they applied for. A lot of times you'll have a sales position open and the jobs that somebody has applied for and all that they're looking at are jobs on the operations side of a company. So that would lead you to think maybe they really don't want a career in sales. Another thing you'll find out sometimes when you ask this question is you'll receive a broad range of answers. I've looked into sales, I've looked into accounting, I've looked into insurance, just a wide variety, and so it might lead you to find out that this candidate really doesn't know what they want to do. So this question will give you specific insight into the near and long-term plans of the candidate. Another point is you want to get specifics. You can't just ask this question, the candidate says a few words, and you draw a conclusion based on that. You really need to drill down and find out other positions they've applied for, get the titles, and get the job descriptions. The title at your company might be different for another title at another company, and the job description underneath those might be completely different. And so you want to find out the duties that they're interested in performing, and do those line up with the duties of your job as well. Another specific you want to find out are locations of where they've applied for. Are all the positions in your city, or is this person open to looking anywhere in the country? And that's very important, especially if your job isn't remote and it has to be done in your workplace. So if you're an employer in Minnesota and all the jobs that they're applying for are down south, that would be meaningful data, and you want to drill into why the candidate is doing that. While you're getting specifics, it's okay to get company names, but that's really an optional thing to do. You don't want to turn this into an interrogation and find out you're really digging into where else he applied for, who else am I competing against. That might make the candidate feel uncomfortable. So again, get as many specifics as appropriate, especially titles, job descriptions, and locations of where the candidate's applying for. The third point I want to make, understand why. You really need to drill into the why behind the candidate is behaving that they are, why they're applying for those companies, why they're applying to those positions. And find out, is it their dream job? Is it their career plan, the jobs that they're applying for, and your job in particular? Or is your job simply a fallback plan as they're looking to find work? Are they just desperate to find something, or is it really a career path that they want to go down? I remember interviewing a candidate many years ago for our magazine where it had a production position. And so this was processing the ads as they came in and making sure that they were appropriate for the magazine from a technical standpoint. Not a ton of creativity in that job. Well, this candidate's career path, when I asked this question, he wanted to be a graphic artist. He really wanted to be an artist that used computers to draw all sorts of different things. And so when I asked him about the job, he said, "It's okay for now, I guess." Needless to say, we didn't hire that candidate because the chance of him being with us 10 years or more were pretty much slim. Another candidate I talked to, he'd applied for jobs not just in our town, but all around the country with companies such as Yahoo or Google or Microsoft. So places that were nowhere close to our home base of Erie, Pennsylvania. And so we could have filled in the blanks with erroneous data and said, oh, I guess this person isn't committed to this town. He's just looking to go anywhere. But he had talked about, no, I'm really committed, and talked about all the different positions he applied for in our local area, but said, hey, I need a fallback plan. I need to be able to have some work. He was getting out of graduate school, and he said, I'm going to need to have something, so those are really my backup plan, those jobs that are all around the country. Made sense. We drilled down, got a deep understanding of why he was doing what he was doing, made the right decision. He's worked out to be a wonderful hire for us. So again, asking why in the interview process, not just for this question, but for any questions that you ask, is paramount to understanding the candidate and getting all the details to find out if they're the right fit for the position and for your company. Well, that's all the time that we have for today, and that's just one of 258 tremendous job interview questions from my book, Hire Like You Just Beat Cancer. For more information on hiring best practices or to purchase a copy of the book, you can go to the website at www.hirelikeyoujustbeatcancer.com. Thanks so much for watching, and happy hiring!